Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sumukhascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha. Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha. Dhumaketur Ganadhyakshaha Phalachandro Gajananaha. Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha. Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam. Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. Yasya Dviradavaktradhya Parishadya Parasatham. Vignam Nignanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamastraye. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine. Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine. Krishna Dvaipayanam Vyasam Sarvabhuta Hite Ratam. Vedabja Bhaskaram Vande Samadhi Nilayam Munim. Janmadhyasya yataha andayate itaratascha artheshu abhignaha swarat. Tene brahma hridayah adikavaye muhyanti yat surayah. Tejovari mridam yata vinimayo yatra sargo brasha. Dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Dharmaha prochidha kaitavotra paramo nirmat saranam satam. Vedhyam vastavam atra vastu sivadam tapatrayon moolanam. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krute Kimva Paraihi Isvaraha Sadhyaha Hridi Avarudhyatehe Atra Krutibihi Susrushibhi Tatkshanat. Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Palam Sukhamukhat Amrtadravasam Yutam. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasikaha Bhuvi Bhavukaha. Yam Pravrajantam Anupetam Apeta Krutyam. Dvaipayano Virahakatara Ajuhava. Putreti tan mayataya taravah abhineduhu. Kam sarvabhuta hridayam munimanatosmi. Yaha svanubhavam akilasuti saaram ekam. Adhyatma deepam atititirshratam tamondhama. Samsarinam karunayah purana guhyam. Tam Vyasasunum upayami gurum muninam. Narayanam namaskritya naranchaiva narottamam. Devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayet. Namaskaram. With Bhagavan's grace, let us move on and continue from where we left off in our last session. We came up to Slokam 25, Adhyayam 7, Skandham number 4. And in Slokam 25, Daksha falls down at the feet of Bhagavan and very happily, blissfully, and actually surrendered to him with the Kritanjalihi Prapede, with Namaskaram. He surrenders to Bhagavan, Namaskaram, and surrenders to him mentally. That is most important. Then he started with Stuti. Daksha Uvacha. Dakshan spoke. Dakshan said, Slokam 26. Suddham Swadhabdi Uparata Kila Buddhya Vastam Chinmatram Ekam Abhayam Pratishidhye Mayam Tishthanna Tayayeva Purushatvam Upetya Tasyam Aste Bhavan Aparisuddha Iva Atmatantraha Suddham Swadhamni Uparata Kila Buddhyavastham Chinmatram Ekam Abhayam Pratishidhye Mayam Tishthan Tayayeva Purushatvam Upetya Tasyam Aste Bhavan Aparisuddha Iva Atmatantraha. See, now each one we're going to see several Strutigal, different prayers by different people. Everyone enjoys Bhagavan in his own way. Every aspect of Bhagavan, whatever aspect that you enjoy, Bhagavan responds correspondingly. So we are going to see how beautifully the variety of this effulgence is Bhagavan's aspect that different people are talking about. Okay. Here, Daksha says, Swami, you are Atma Tantra. That means Swarat. We say right at the beginning by Bhagavan, the beautiful prayer slokam by Bhagavan Vyasa. Okay. The very one that Janmadhyasya Yataka Anvayata Itaratascha Arteshu Abhinaga Swarat. That slokam you must memorize and enjoy that because that is the truth. Beautifully described it is. And so that Swarat, that Atma Tantra, one is completely independent. Bhavan Suddham is another word that he uses. Swadhamni Uparata Akhila Buddhyastvam Chinmatram. Like that, Chinmatram, the consciousness that is present, like that he goes through different aspects that he is enjoying. So let us take one at a time. Okay. So Atma Tantraha, the completely independent Swarat. Bhavan, you, Swami Suddham. So the Bhagavan is Suddham. Okay. Pavitram, Pavitranam, Pavitram, Pavitranam. All the things that are pure, the purest among them all. Why? Because there is no separation. There is only oneness. So Bhagavan, the different ways people describe his purity, but it cannot be captured because that is selflessness. Absolute absence of selfishness. Bhagavan, Swami doesn't do anything, not even an iota of thing that is tinged with selfishness. Everything is for the benefit, for the well-being of all the others. Amazing example of selflessness. That is what every avataram that you can enjoy, you can partake, which we are also going to see. Okay, that is the nectarine sweetness of Bhagavatam that we are going to see. We are sharing already. Now, so that is Suddham. Suddham is there where there is no impurity. When there is no impurity, okay, Anagha, we say there is no impurity. Nirmalam is another word that Sanskrit Sabdam uses that. Suddham, so when there is no impurity, what is left? It's only purity, isn't it? So Suddham, Bhagavan, Swadhamni Uparata Akila Buddhyavastam. Buddhi Avastam Chinmatra. There's a very important lesson here in this phrase of why the creation takes place, especially among human beings. Okay, we'll share that. Whatever I learned in my limited way from the teachings of Bhagavan. So, Swadhamni Uparata Akila Buddhi Avastam Chinmatram. Swadhamni, in his own self. Remember the very first prayer slokam, that again, if you go back to that, all these are beautifully given there. Okay? Dhamna Sena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam. Right? The very first prayer slokam in Bhagavatam. Dhamna Sena, Svena Dhamna, in his own might, in his own Shakti, in his own self, as Swami Dayananda Saraswati beautifully described in one of his discourses. Bhagavan created, yes, that is true. But for creation, you need a creator, an actor, a doer. Then you also need materials also that you need to create, isn't it? Then you need time, right? So these, to make something, to sit and write something, to create a sculpture, to cook something, for example, which itself is creation, even to write a letter R. Okay, whatever you want to do, or sing a song, whatever it may be, that moment you're creating it, and that requires a doer, a time, an opportunity, skills, materials. So many things are required, right? 5 things are required. So Dayananda Saraswati Swami beautifully says, you need all this, but where did all this come from? He didn't create anything from external to him. The time was not external to him. The materials were not external to him. The Shakti was not external to him. So everything, that is the Svena Dhamna, that is from within. Savitur Devata, we say Savituhu, the ability, creating from within itself. Everything. Just imagine, even with our limited intelligence, it is amazing and wonderful. Something like this can be done. That is, that's what he means. Swadhamni Uparata. Okay. Uparata means controlled. Akila Buddhi, Akila, all the prapanjangal, Buddhi Avastam Chinmatram. Now, all the beings in the world, they all live in different planes, right? And we say Bhuva Suvaha, but actually most of us live only in our mind, the mental world. We don't go beyond that. We are caught in our mind, isn't it? Within that, Bhagavan's creation taking place. Now, if I go beyond that into Vijnana Kosam, the one above that, and Bhagavan says majority of the people are only in the mono kosam, within the mind envelope. Beyond that is the Vijnana Kosam. Now, people who come to Vijnana Kosam are even very, very rare, but to go beyond the Vijnana Kosam into Ananda Kosam, okay, very few people do that. But beyond the Ananda Kosam is Paramanandam. That is Bhagavan. So, how is Uparatha, Akhila, Buddhi, Avastham? All the Avastha means not difficulties and sufferings, even though that's a colloquial meaning, and which is also true in one way, because our experiences are all always turbulences, isn't it? Ups and downs. And there is no peace, there is no equilibrium, there is no stability. Therefore, we all suffer. And that, in that sense, colloquially, we use, especially in Tamil, avastha padrai, like that we say. But avastha is also means awareness, a consciousness. Okay, as we say, jagrata avastha, sleep is the waking state, experiences that I undergo while in the waking state. Swapna avastha, the experiences I go while I'm in the dream state, like that. Right? Sushupti avasthai, when I am in the deep slate, that experience. Okay? And so here, Buddhi avastham, all the experiences, all the beings, they're all caught in this mind and buddhi, okay, which is own Swadhamni is created like this, Bhagavan. But Chinmatram, in spite of all that, you are present as consciousness in everything. Everything is aware that it is. Even an earthworm is aware. You and I are aware that I am. Isn't it? That cannot be negated. It's impossible to negate. Even when I go into deep sleep and wake up, I knew I was present at the deep sleep. That's why I feel so refreshed. I slept so well. So things like that we use, phrases, in order to capture our experience that we had. That shows that I was present, always present. That Chin Matram. Okay? And with that, ekam. Ekam means one, not two, not many, only one. Swami, you are the one that's present as ekam. Now, what is this ekam? How is it, Swami? I think so many things appear there. I see so many different human beings, so many things that are different. No. The truth is, they're all reflection of what in my mind. A newborn baby doesn't see any difference, isn't it? But this is all then further imprinted artificially on the mind. Therefore, it reacts like that. You and I react like that. Please remember that. And the oneness that is invisible, uncognizable by the senses, capturable by the mind, by imagination, by mind or imagination, by thinking process, or by the buddhi, by the discriminating ability, something that is not capturable by any of these, but very much present. Undeniably, it is present. One's experience knows, right? And that is ekam, oneness. And that is the same in you, in me. There is no difference. Your heart is no different from mine. I don't mean the physical heart. Physical heart is different. That is temporary. But the permanent hridayam that is present in you and me and in everyone is one and the same. And that is the limitless ocean of prema. That is what it is. That ekam. But not cognizable. Same way, on a physical basis, if you take a garland and you nicely make garland out of different flowers, so beautifully, different flowers are there. Make a beautiful garland and then give it to your Bhagavan, Murtam that you love in a puja room or in a temple, and you marvel at how beautifully it looks and all that. And we focused on the pushpangal, on the flowers, how beautiful it is, the colors and shapes and then we make a comment on who actually made the garland maker. My God, how talented she or he is. So many things we make. But we forget the nar, as we call it, the cord that connects all the flowers. That is invisible. Physically, I'm talking about now. Same way, among all of us, there's an invisible but very much present entity that is ekam. Okay? But Swami, you are that. He says, Atmatantraha Bhavan Suddham, Bhavan Swadhamni Uparata Akila Buddhyavastam Chinmatram Ekam, Bhavan Abhayam. Abhayam and Nirbhayam are two different things. Nirbhayam means no fear. But Abhayam means, no fear means it acknowledges the existence of fear and no fear. But Abhayam, even the fear itself is absent. That is Bhagavan. Only prema, only love is the only one that is really Abhayam. That can also give Abhayam. We say Abhaya Astam. Or that means, yes, giving us protection. Protection from what? Protection from the stage where I go through fear and absence of fear. It's again a oscillating thing, right? But Abhayam is a state where even the concept of fear itself is absent. Okay. So then, the Bhavan Abhayam Mayam Pratishitya. Mayam Pratishidhye or Pratishidhya. See, Mayam Pratishidhya means one who controls the Maya. Okay, that is a literal translation of that. The trap and the problem in talking about it or thinking about it like this is that I focus on Maya. Oh, the one who controls Maya. Then I'm focusing on Maya and not the truth. This is the trap that Bhagavan plays all the time. That is why he says, don't pay too much attention to, in fact, ignore your understanding, the quest to understand. Instead, focus on me. But if I don't listen to him, then I dwell on Maya, then I give on intellectual understanding of what it is, or this and that, how can I get out of it, and all this. How is it possible? How can I get out of something that I'm always focused on? It's not possible. The only way is to ignore it, not even pay attention to it. When you don't pay attention to it, then it runs away. Then you control it. This is the classic relationship with Bhagavan. Very important to understand it. And it's no different from you go to the bathroom, stand in front of a mirror, look at your reflection. My God, you get absolutely mesmerized. Okay, this is not right, that is not right, I got to do this makeup here, I got to dress well, whatever it may be, right? Whatever it may be that you do in relation to your reflection that you see on the mirror. The moment you move away from the bathroom, away from the mirror, what's happening? You're no longer looking at your reflection, isn't it? Because your mind gets involved in other things, but that particular thing is gone. Same way, the more I focus on the mirror, which is what this nature is, which is what this prapancham is, the more I do that, which is nothing but a mirror in which my mind reflects all the time and correspondingly reacts to it all the time. That is what it is. The moment I move my mind away from the mirror, move my mind away from the creation and put it on Creator, what happens? That reflection ceases to be. That is the control. That is what Bhagavan says. Mayam Prati Siddhya means the one who controls it means what? One who negates it. The power of turning the switch on in a dark room. It is exactly like that. Darkness runs away, vanishes. So the light overpowers, isn't it? Like that, the Mayam Prati Siddhya means one not controlled, one who negates it. The moment I focus on him, Maya is gone. It's as simple as that. Then Abhayam Mayam Pratishidhya Tishtanne. Like this, you are present, Swami, in this creation. This so-called created world, this is how you're present. So then how do I get out of this trap? Only through that Maya. He said, Dayaiva Purushatvam Upedya. Now, exactly like my reflection on the mirror, and when I look at the mirror, I think I am that reflection, isn't it? Even though I know very well that is not my true self. My right side is showing as left side there. So many other problems are there, which we won't get into right now. But I take it to be the truth at that moment. And that power of separation, that illusion of reflection of myself, and in that reflection, Swami, you are present also, creating this Maya with the ability, the power to negate that Maya, at the same time getting involved in that, appearing as whatever is happening in that Maya. Swami, Purushatvam Upedya, Tasyam, Aparisuddha Iva Aste. You appear in that as if you are kind of mixed with the impurities, which is not real. Why you appear as if you're not real. You and I, we appear to be real, but you and I know very well none of us is real. We are going to go away. We're temporary. We know from personal experience. Everything is temporary, including money that you strive to make. Tomorrow it may go, isn't it? So everything, money, power, health, our own life, our own breath, everything we know is temporary. It's not real. But it appears real, Swami, because Purushatvam Upedhya, you have kind of gotten into, this is the divine effulgence in the reflection. The same way sun reflects on the water in the pond. We know very well it is not true, but it appears to be true. Like that, Swami, you are that. This is what Daksha praised him and praises him and his stuti. Once more in Sanskritam. Daksha uvacha suddham swadharmi uparata akila buddhi avastam chinmatram ekam abhayam pratishidhye mayam tishtanna taya eva purushatvam upetya tasyam aste bhavan aparisuddha iva atmatantraha. Bhavan aste aparisuddha, being confused, agitated, you appear like that, is what it says. Okay? Something to remember. Then next one. Ridvija uchuhu. Uchuhu, plural. Ridvijaha. Ridvijaha means the various Brahmins, the priests, the Prohidargal, the Ritvik who do the Vedic mantrangal. Okay, the Agam, the Prohidargal. They said, uchuhu, they spoke. Tattvam nate vayam ananjana rudra shapat karmani avagrahadhyaha Bhagavan vidamaha dharma upalakshanam idam trivit adharakyam jnatam yat artham abhidhaivam ado vyavasthaha. Tattvam nate vayam ananjana rudrashapat karmani avagrahadhyaha Bhagavan vidamaha dharma upalakshanam idam trivrit adharakyam jnatam yat artham abhidhaivam ado vyavasthaha. Now, Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, people, including Vedic scholars who have read Vedangas and all that, the Pandithargal is a wrong word, I'd like to not use it, because Bhagavan in Gita describes it very clearly and very specifically who a Pandita is, so let me not go there. Scholars, you can cut the people who have read, who do Panyasam and all that without the benefit of personal experience or Anubhavam. And they talk with beautiful words. Swami says in Bhagavad Gita, oh my God, they speak so well. The elocution, the oratory is so good. The words they use, everything is so mesmerizing and all that they don't know. They are caught in the webs of their own desires, right? And the innate six enemies that is born out of the desires. He says that. Okay? Now, but the Vedangal, Swami says, they are Trigunam. They talk only about what the Prakriti is, how the Prapanjam is, everything else. But you got to go beyond that. So, no point in only talking about the Gunangal and get mired in it. Go to the state, oh Arjuna, beyond Nirguna, beyond that. Go beyond that Gunangal, Arjuna, he says. That is where the truth is. So, that is the message that is given here in this slokam by these Prohidarkar, the Vedic Pandits. They say, again, O faultless Bhagavan, putting it in English, Ananjana Bhagavan, Ananjana, Niranjana, okay? These are all means without any fault, without any impurities, without any shortfall, Purnam, okay, always full, like that. That's the meaning, which is again, on an Anubhavam basis, you can put equal to Prema. prema is faultless, no impurities in it. So a selfless love is pure. Oh Bhagavan, because of the curse by the army of Nandikeswara, we were focused only on karmakal, that is prescribed in the Vedangal, okay? How you focus so much on that, we forgot. What is the objective of all this? What is the objective? We forgot the objective is you. We forgot that, focus only so much on it. And which yagam has been performed? Why it has been the karmanushtanam, yajnanushtanam? It has been performed to develop the mental attitude of sacrifice, expanding one's heart. That's all the reason for yajna is. And so we forgot all that. That is the reason yajnam is given, yagam is given. When that is given, how it is done ritually in a prescribed, structured manner to offer to different devadayagal, which are all aspects of the same Bhagavan doing different functions. So by offering my gratitude, when I'm offering habis, it is not just the material stuff. That is not that important. The attitude with which I offer, one of sacrifice and surrender and gratitude. When I do that, to that say, the power behind my vision, my ability to see, what happens? So I'm acknowledging I'm grateful to that, grateful to the powers of my senses, grateful to the power of my body, the power of my mind. So many things you can relate to yourself, right? Like the different devadayagal are given, okay? Even when I go outside into the forest or anywhere else, some danger may come to me from any direction. So I offer my gratitude to the Devadayagal. Like that, you can see Bhagavan is present very much, okay, everywhere, and the different aspects of it, different manifestations of this, that I offer my gratitude to, and offer my own ego, which is what ultimately yajnam is, offering one's own ego. But doing this in different structured manner, step by step, obviously I become better at this offering of becoming more grateful, becoming less egoistic, and finally I'm beginning to understand where everything comes from and where everything going to and what I'm being sustained by. So that to promote that attitude of surrender is why yajnam is prescribed. But we forgot that objective. Instead, we focused only on the three gunangal and we must do the karmangal and all that. Then, thanks to you, Swami, now we understand why the yagam we've been reminded, refreshed, reinforced, and you removed our ignorance. The purpose of yagam is to give the offering, not just the physical offering, and not just the utterance of the Vedic mantrangal, but the bhavam, feeling with which it is done. That is now we understand, Swami. Is what they say, the Prohidas, the learned scholars. Okay? Tattvam nate vayam ananjana rudra shapate karmani avagrahadiyah bhagavan vidamaha dharma upalakshanam idam trivit advarakyam jnatam yat artham avidhaivam ado vyavastaha. Ananjana Bhagavan, O Bhagavan who is faultless, Rudra Sapat, by the curse by the army of Nandikeswara, Rudra's attendant, Karmani ava grahadiyaha, that means buddhi is being imbibing and fixated only on one thing. And what is it? Karmani, only in actions. Okay. Now here, please understand, this is different from karman eva adhikaraste ma paleshu kadachana. That slokam, if you remember in Bhagavad Gita, focus only on the action. That is all your adhikaram is Bhagavan says. So, but here, that is different. There, the ad, he said, focus only on the action and do not worry about and not be concerned about the result, etc., etc., etc. That slokam, it's a phenomenal teaching, the slokam is. But what they say here is our rajasic attitude of doing action. Oh, I must carry this out. I must carry this out. Like that kind of a thing is what they are focused on. Okay, because Vedams prescribes this. These karmakas are prescribed here. I've got to do this. I've got to do this. They forget the objective, right? The objective is to focus on the action with mind focused on Bhagavan. That is that aspect of it they forgot. That's what they mean. Karmani ava grahadiyaha vayam we te tattvam na vidamaha. We did not understand or look for or experiencing your true nature, your true form. Your true form is yajna swarupa. When you're performing yajna mechanically, methodically, in a structured manner as prescribed in the scriptures only, and completely forgetting the yajna swarupa who's present as yajna itself. That's the idea, that's the objective. We didn't understand that. Okay? That's what they say. Te tattvam na vidamaha. We perform the yajna, Swami, as prescribed, but we did not know you, the yajna swarupa, who's present as yajna itself. This is the interesting thing. Okay? Please again recall our Varahavatam. Okay? One of the most important avataranga in the Stuti and the Slokanga at that time, how Bhagavan appeared. So we should never forget that. Okay, Svetavaraha Kalpe, the beginning of this particular creation, Bhagavan came as the white Varaha Swami, and to teach us, he was a jnana, he was yajna swarupam, the embodiment of yajna. Never forget it. So you and me, we must never forget that yajna swarupam. That is what Bhagavan truly is, and that is beyond the senses, which means every breath, every action I do, everything I do, must be done only as yajna, okay, not as sense of ownership and sense of possession. No, absolutely not. Okay, so as sacrifice, as yajna, so that for the benefit of the whole creation. That, Swami, we forgot. We did not know that. Yet, artham, now it's being described here. What I just told you is coming now in the slokam. Yet artham, that means the essence, the meaning, the objective of this yajna. Okay. Adhidaivam ado vyavastaha. This yajna, the karmanushtanam, the various prescribed actions and activities prescribed in the Vedas to be carried out in this yagam, yat artham. And in that process, adhidaivam ado vyavastaha. For different actions, different devadaigal are designated to be in charge. Nobody interferes with the other person's job. The power of seeing does not interfere at all with the power of hearing. Please understand. Okay? Like that, as an example. Okay? The power of the earth never interferes with the power of Agni or Vayu. Like each one does its job. Okay? Allotted duty, that's what it does, and it does it fantastically, exemplarily, exclusively. Please, this is the law of nature. Okay? That's what. So here, correspondingly, in the yajnam, for the various devadegal with assigned responsibility that they do, power they have, in order for me to carry out my activities, which consists of so many different types of powers and energy, for those, the appointed portions, offerings have to be given. Ado vyavastaha, that means the allotted portions as prescribed in the Vedic ritual. Trivrit, in the three Vedangal, dharma upalakshanam, it is called upalakshanam, it is classified as dharmam, so that you must do it that way, being the three Vedangal. Idam advarakyam jnatam. That is the reason the Vedangal have prescribed these types of offerings. It is called dharma anushtanam, and that is the essence of this advarakyam, idam advarakyam, this yagam, jnatam has been understood by us. We thought it was only the activities. No. The activities only one aspect, one side of that coin. The other side, inseparable part of it, of the same coin, is the yajnam. And that is the reason this idam advarakyam, this yagam, has been established by the three Vedangal. That truth has been understood, jnatam, vayam jnatam, has been understood by me, by us, thanks to you, because of what you did. See, what a beautiful lesson it is. Okay, again, emphasis on yajnam, not karma. Okay, always remember that karma is only one aspect. Karma itself is yajnam only. Okay, yajnam itself comes as karma, manifested as karma. These are all, please reflect on these truths. It's very important, extremely important. And Bhagavan repeatedly, he teaches only this to us, okay, including the final Sarma Slokam, Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, he says. That is, after teaching so much, after coming as, manifesting as Varaha Swami, after coming as Ramavataram and Krishnavataram, and showing us in every aspect that sacrifice. See, we should not lose sight of that lesson. Okay, please remember, very important. Ridvijaha ujuhu. Okay, we finished that. Let us see if we can take up one more sadasyaha ujuhu. Probably not. Okay. So let us stop here with Bhagavan's grace and continue with the Sanigraham tomorrow. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Santihi Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.